Hi everyone, welcome again to MGS Coaching Football, and thank you for watching my channel. This video today is going to be similar to the one I did yesterday on a four-man sim pressure look. Yesterday I talked to you about what we call our north sim pressure, and I did mention the opposite of north, which is today's focus, south. Okay? The varies is both stunts, whether they're blitzes or line stunts, 5, 4, 6-man pressures, and the coverages. Okay, the formations, 11 gun, Dallas soft pistol, our terminology. So what I want to go through today is how simple it is for us to line up in our base 3-4 front and then move to this as late as possible, and why we're trying to do such a thing in certain situations, etc. Okay, it all comes down to what all of us coaches do all the time, and that is watch our opponent, figure out their tendencies, and how we can then defend those tendencies. Okay, so here I have the south front, and if you can, for now, disregard all of the verbiage that's up there. Okay, that helps our players. I just want you to focus on the guys up front here. And when I say up front, I mean the box personnel. Okay, our secondary, field corner and falcon, whip and boundary corner, their rules are their base rules in terms of alignment and assignments and whatnot. So they're not affected by the south front. The dime and the rover are affected only in that, regardless of the personnel formation, regardless of everything, the dime stays left, the rover stays right. And proof being, here's an H-back, and in our base 3-4, the rover goes to that H-back, right? And see, as you see here, he's not doing that. Okay? And then our defensive line's always left and right, end, nose, and stud. And our backer and Mike also stay left and right. So this is a 100% front seven, meaning D-line, inside and outside linebackers, left and right. Okay? So I'm going to show you the front here, obviously, but then I'm going to move the pieces around and show you how easy it is from our base 3-4 front to move to this. Okay? So the start in the middle, the rules for our nose is he lines up one shade to the call. So south is left. That means he's going to be lined up in the left A-gap, essentially. Okay? South means our backer is going to be the up backer, simulating pressure. Okay? The 31 is his gap responsibility. So if I'm a non-subscriber, you're going to have to push that button. Doesn't cost you anything. So you get access to all of my various videos, including what those numbers mean. My subscribers know what that means, okay? There's a little tease for you. Okay, so then because in south the backer's up on the left, that bumps our end out. So essentially he's a yard outside the offensive tackle. Okay, see, 1 yard off OT. And so if you think like everybody's got a rope tied around their waist, so if he pulls out, by him pulling out, pulls the nose and it pulls the stud to what is a regular 5 technique. Okay? So his outside hand will be down. That's his gap hand. His inside toe will be lined up on the tackle's outside toe. That's how we line up, tangible landmarks. And then our Mike linebacker is lined up in his usual B-split on the guard. Okay? And then, as I said, the dime and the rovers here, they stay in left and right. As you see the alignment, so now the word does come in. The dime line, in this case, because the H-back is left, so you make a left call, he's 3 yards off the H-back. Here, the rover is now 3 yards off the defensive end. So it doesn't matter where the number 2 is. We've got safeties, right? We've got it all covered. So the in 2x2 set, the dime and the rover, outside linebackers, are 3 yards. It's who they line up off of. If there's an H-back, it's off the H. Otherwise, it's off the defensive end. So that takes care of what if it's 4 wide receivers, 10 personnel, 3 yards off the D end. Okay? So now, And the last thing I'm going to do is what we're trying to accomplish by showing this front. Okay? I'm going to move the pieces around. I'm not going to change the offensive pieces. But let's move these around so you can see how easy it is. Okay? And so that's how it would look, right, in our base 3-4. Now on the move call, so some of the things that we do as coaches, right, can you pick up snap indicators? Like, does the offense tip their hand as to when the ball is going to be snapped? When they're in the shotgun, frequently this quarterback does something. He chops his hand, he lifts his foot, he claps. One of the guards is looking at the quarterback, and then the guard throws his hand, right? You figure out what that snap indicator is, and then you move on that indicator. So in this case, when you get the move call, watch how simple it is to get into this particular sim front. Move. Boom. 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 That's it. That's all there is to it. Very easy. Okay? And so why would we want to run this front? Again, not knowing any tendencies, all right, just generically. By having immediate threats in the A gap and B gap, it's going to affect both a run blocking scheme as well as a pass protection. So as an example, if a team is a big GH counter team, the center, blocks back. He's going to have to block the nose. That leaves the tackle, who normally is going to hinge and block the C gap. Well, who's going to block the backer? You see what I mean? If it's a pass protection, if a team has normally been a slide, okay, or a double guard read team versus our base 3-4, now the only option they have is they must slide to the up linebacker. So now that enables us to take advantage of that because this guard now is on an island. Okay, you see what I mean? So based on the tendencies, you run this particular front, and even though it's not a massive front in the sense you don't have to have 7 guys up on the line of scrimmage to affect change, or 6 guys, or even 5 guys, right? It doesn't have to be exotic to affect change. We've had plenty of game plans when this is the only sim look we have as part of the game plan, and it's been very effective. Okay, so again, follow your process. What are the offensive tendencies? And then if the offensive tendency is you want to be in the south front when the H-back is to the left, there it is. Boom, done. Okay? So speaking of boom, done, any questions at all, you just want to talk football, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com because I would love to talk football with you.